I got time, girl. Today I got time, girl. Hey. Today I got time, girl. Am I live yet? Today I got time, girl. Who's in the building? Hey, you guys. Hope you guys are doing good. I think I'm connected. We'll see, honey, okay? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Because it says I'm live. Oh, okay. Yes, y'all can see me. How y'all doing today? Oh, it's a lot to get through. I don't know how long this live may be, but I know a lot of y'all ain't got shit to do because I ain't got nothing to do either, okay? Sitting here sexy, my little leopard print. I hope you guys are doing good here. Let me go ahead. Make sure this is muted here. All right, good. Y'all can see me. Good. I'm glad. What's up, JT? Okay, I see some of my mods in the house. Hey to you guys. Somebody said, hey, DJT. I know we need to have another party on the Discord. Maybe we'll do like a little Christmas party or something like that. We'll figure something out. Shout out to all my Discorders in the house. All right, let's see here. We got a super chat. Semi-ratchetness. Ooh, I like that. Like that name. She says, I saw your post about the girl selling her childhood nudes, acting like she ain't think it through. Really shows grimy character. These Insta hoes do anything for $1. Yes, they do. And the sad part is people are still going to support her because she's a pretty little, I don't know if she's white or Latina, because she's a pretty, little Instagram girl. They're going to excuse it. That's the sad part. Folks can get away with bullshit that a lot of times Black women, we can't get away with. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is over here selling her damn nudes from when she was 3 years old with no panties on for $3. She should have been banned off of social media. She's promoting pedophilia. But see, when you speak the truth, you're mean. But thank you so much for that super chat, sis. Appreciate you. Roxanne Machado sent $20. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Ngozi O says, oh, I see okay, I see you, cheetah girl. Roar. I love you, T. I love you too. Thank you so much. Yes, that was a mess. I had posted on my Instagram about the girl. I don't even remember the girl name, honey. They be some people that be famous for no reason, don't know who they are, and they be having millions of followers, be verified. I'm like, who is this? But yeah, I wasn't feeling that. That there's no excuse for that. I don't understand how at 25 you think it's okay to post a video of you nude. If it was so innocent, she would have just posted and be like, oh my God, look at me as a kid acting a fool. She tried to make money off of it because she understands that pedophilia rings are real and she's trying to feed the fire. Some of these people are placed here for certain reasons. So yeah, no respect for her. I don't play when it comes to children. You might be cool with showing your nudes when you're 3, but what that does is it gives these perverted people an excuse to go and abuse other people's children. So the fact that she still has followers, that says more about y'all than it does anything. But let me see here. Young Kobe sent 5. He said, you looking perfect. Ew. Thank you. Thank you, Kobe. Appreciate you. DJ Kane says, hello, everyone. I'm at Wendy's. Anybody want anything? Have a good day. DJ Kane, while you there, give me a Frosty, hun. Okay? The chocolate. Okay? I love chocolate. How you doing? Trixie Wilson says, I can't wait for you to spill this hot tea, sis. Yes. I have a lot of stuff to get into. We're going to get into it. TJ says, T, I'm heading to work, but I'm glad to catch a sip. Tigro Damas keeps speaking on these real issues. Amen. I definitely will. Thank you so much. Okay, her name is Gabby Dermartino. Thank you, JoJo, for writing it, because like I said, I never heard of her before all this, and I don't care to know who she is after this. But that's who did it. So thank you. Let's see here. Sasha Ranger says, hey, T, I'm working right now. Just wanted to send some love. Thank you for the condolences. Oh, I love your content. You are so welcome, and take care. Hope everything, just works out. Take some time off. It's a lot of people going through a lot of things right now, especially in this day and age, and we're going to get into it. So what I want to do, because I know a lot of people are running late, they're in traffic or getting off work. So we're going to talk about the Nicki thing, but that's going to be a little bit later. I want to get on this whole situation with Ariana Fletcher and her makeup artist, Olivia Song. Okay. So there's been a lot of mess going on with this. So what went down is that, and I made a video. So what I did with a lot of situations that have a lot of tweets in it, I'll make a video and I'm just going to do a voiceover as I read the video, like the tweets and stuff to y'all. So basically, Olivia got put on by Ari. So let's keep that real. Ari put on Olivia. She gave her a chance to be her makeup artist. And Olivia even, thanked her. She's definitely thanked her and shouted her out and was very grateful for that opportunity. Well, now Olivia is starting to grow, and other celebrities are now tapping her on the shoulder and saying, hey, you do such a good job with Ari's makeup. Can you do mine too? And so Olivia took to social media and she went ahead and she posted pictures of, I believe, Chinese Kitty. Posted Chinese Kitty and Tiny and basically told everybody that, look, I just got hired on to do everybody's makeup at Family Hustle. So she was really excited about that. And after that happened, Ari started throwing shade. So let me go ahead and pull up the video here. Give me just a second. Why did it show like that? Okay. Hold on. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. I got so much stuff I got to show y'all, honey. Let me see if I can open this differently. Give me just a second because it opened up in something else. Okay, there we go. QuickTime. All right. I want to make sure it opened up in the right window. Okay. So let me show y'all this here. So this is what Olivia had done. She had posted this, like just different makeup looks that she's done. So you see Chinese Kitty, Tiny. So let me just go ahead and play that. And she does like makeup classes and all this stuff, right? So then she says, just got my first COVID test and it wasn't bad. So I can finally say I'm officially glam team for T.I. and Tiny's Family Hustle. Laughed my ass off, woo woo. So she was happy and she posted a video of Tiny's makeup that she just did. So then this is Chinese Kitty.
Okay, period. So pretty.
Saying she liked the makeup job. And you can see Olivia's thing. So then Ariana was not feeling this. So she took to social media and she said this. She says, I'm paying my next makeup artist $150K a year and keeping him/her to myself, LOL. Once everybody is on it, then I'm off of it. On to the next. Watch them follow. I know my power. So that is what Ari had to say. And that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So then, let me see, is this Olivia? I be trying to keep up with all these people. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see. Where's that other? Okay, so then Ari goes on and she starts like going off on Olivia because then Olivia was like kind of, calling her out or whatever. So this is what Ari says. So Ari says, Olivia, I know you might be feeling yourself right now. This is all pretty new to you. Don't let these people gas you. I promise this is not even what you want to do in your heart. Please don't ever in your life say shit about breaking no bread. When I brought you to the fucking table, plates, forks, and knives, be grateful. So that is what Ari said. And she was basically responding to Olivia's tweet. So let me go ahead and pull that up because Olivia was posting this on social media. So Olivia says, I don't get paid shit. I do the paying. $100K that I paid 6 figures that's on my son because I'm a team player. I break real bread. I do real favors. Nobody did nothing for me off the strength. I had to work for it. But yet and still, I won't tolerate slander about someone that I ever cared about. Everyone has bad days. I hate to say anything, but my hand was forced. It's all love. Maybe this will blow over, maybe not. So then she goes on to write this. Let's see here. She says, but anyways, I got a migraine off this shit. Everyone around me knows I hate internet trolls and having my business on blast. I'm in a new city. Now everyone will know me for the wrong reasons. So salty, but still blessed. And then she showed a bunch of money. So this was the old post here where she was thanking Ari. This was a few months ago. So she says, shout out to Real Kyle's sister. She really put me in a position. I skipped past all the other BS in Atlanta and I didn't have to get treated bad by people because I got Ari. Fuck y'all. our tutorials made more money in one day than I ever made in a month. And she never felt no way about it. She was excited for me. So if you think I post her all the time, yep. If you see me hyping her up under her post, yep. If you see me squeezing her and when I'm off, yep. And I'm on a call for that bitch, period, laugh my ass off. Please understand what she has done for me. And no, I'm going to return that energy until we get into it and then make up. So let me come back on the screen. That was the back and forth between them with Ari and Olivia. And I've talked about this in the past, you know, with a lot of celebrities, they have an attitude where they want you to be exclusive to them. Now, I don't know how much she was paying her or she was even getting paid at all, because what a lot of people don't understand is that sometimes people, once they have like a brand or they're famous, they tend to use that to get a lot of freebies. Okay. I'm not saying her makeup artist wasn't getting paid, but you have a lot of folks who will hire on makeup artists. They'll hire on hairstylists, nail techs, and everything else. And they'll pay them in what? Exposure. That is one of the most favorite words in Hollywood. And I learned that pretty quickly. Oh, well, I can't pay you, but you'll get exposure because I have 1 million fans. Motherfucker, my gas tank don't eat exposure. I can't feed my kids exposure. The rent man, I can't call the rent man and say, hey, I've been paid an exposure. Here you go. It's not how the real world works. We need money. Okay? So a lot of people do get shafted. And I believe too that she may not have really been paid what she thought she should have been paid, because the fact that she was so willing and so excited for this whole TI family hustle bag, I feel like maybe she wasn't really getting a bag from Ari. Even though Ari might have, you know, put her on and exposed her to bigger things, it still doesn't negate the fact that you did not put on her talents. And that's where a lot of these celebrities have things messed up. Just because you gave me a platform and a shout out, that does not mean that you gave me my talent. Before she ever met Ari, Olivia was doing makeup and was doing a damn good job. So let's stop with that nonsense. You know, so now today Ari is addressing it some more. So let me go ahead and pull that up. She just posted this on the Shade Room. Shout out to Marianelle. She hit me up with this last minute tea. She was like, oh, she just posted on the Shade Room, just posted about the situation. So let me go ahead and show y'all this real quick. Give me just a second. Let's see here. So she was telling some story about her best friend and a Range Rover and how her best friend be driving like a grandmother, honey. So somebody says, you know, they were asking her about it. And she goes, why would I get on social media and dog my friend? So then somebody else came to her and they said, because that's what you did to your makeup artist. So Ari replied back and she says, nah, I didn't. She said she broke bread. And I said, I brought her to the table. Y'all just sensitive. Don't dish it if you can't take it. So that is what Ari had to say today about the situation. So, you know, again, you know who also gets shitted on, what a lot of people don't realize and don't like to talk about? Do you guys ever question who is recording these videos? Like when they're doing makeup and hair tutorials, who's recording it? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not their mother or their baby father or their kids holding the camera. They have professional people videoing a lot of these situations. And one of the things, because I'm a videographer myself, is that a lot of times videographers get shitted on. Let's talk about it. A lot of times they'll hire you and be like, oh, it's exposure, or they'll be like, oh, we just, you know, just something quick for the gram. Well, yeah, it might be a minute video once it's edited, but you got to sit there for like 4 hours filming that shit and then cutting it down to a minute long. So a lot of times they will hire videographers to film it professionally and then either pay them pennies or don't pay them at all. It happens all the damn time, especially in LA. And I learned that pretty quickly. I had somebody play me one time, didn't get paid, spent all this time working there, helping them out, filming shit, editing it, couldn't even get a thank you from the bitch. Okay? And I said, never again. I don't give a damn who you are. Never again. Because I know my value and I know my worth. So a lot of times, a lot of these people, they do that. And so that's where you have to ask yourself as a professional. I don't care if you're a makeup artist, a hairstylist, a nail tech, is it worth it to work with certain celebrities or to be exclusive to a certain celebrity? Because you notice they all have that same issue. That's the whole thing with Meg, why she was getting into with her team, because she felt the way when they started expanding. Once EJ, and who he's been styling people for years before Meg was ever even popular. Once EJ started getting more exposure, once Jonathan was getting more exposure, the makeup artist Khalil, when he I forgot his name, I think it's Khalil. When he was getting more exposure, it made her feel some type of way because they don't like to see their looks or just whatever, whoever's on their team working with other people. That's cool. Well, then you need to pay me. You know what I'm saying? For that, I forgot how you pronounce the word, to be exclusive, exclusivity. You got to pay me for that. If you want me to only work for you, then you have to pay me to where it's worth it. Because I can't be working for you for a shout out and exposure, and this person's trying to cut a check. I'm going to go where the check blows. Okay? Ask Larissa, honey. Larsa. Larsa Pippen. That bitch goes wherever the damn check blows. Okay? So I don't think it's fair to say that somebody should stick with one person if you're not going to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a full-time job. So that's the problem that a lot of these celebrities do. And that's one thing I really respect about my homeboy, Malibu Dollface. That's like one of my bestest friends on YouTube. We talk all the time. He is the original wig slayer, okay? All these girls and guys are his sons. I don't give a damn what y'all say. That man been on YouTube slaying wigs for years. And one thing I've always respected about him, because a lot of celebrities hit him up, a lot of regular people hit him up also to do their hair and things like that. And he's done people's hair, but he's never been into that whole, you know, I'm exclusive or I want to go on tour with this person or be their solo hairstylist, because he understands what comes with that. And then a lot of times you're stuck with that person. You got to be on all their tour dates. You got to be with them around Christmas and the holidays, and you're missing out time with your own family. You know what I'm saying? So I've always respected him for that. You know, he slays his wigs when he feels like it, but he's not trying to be tied to no particular celebrity, because as we can see, they always end up falling out with what they call the help. Now, when they're friends and they're you know, looking cute on the gram and stunting together, oh, that's my bestie, that's my guy, that's my girl, that's my makeup artist. When they're all on the red carpet, you know, bent over, taking little cute pictures and selfies, oh, that's their bestie. But then as soon as they fall off, you wasn't nothing but the help any motherfucking way. Okay? So you ask yourself, do you want to be the help or do you want to help your damn self? Okay? I'm telling you, get your own shit, build your own brand, so that way nobody can ever say that they built you. That's why I don't do the whole little, you know, trying to team up with this person or, you know, interview that person. I don't need nobody's clout. I don't need nobody's help. I built this shit myself. And when you build shit yourself, no matter how hard these hoes try, they can't destroy it. Period. Remember that. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Talking about, I don't know if he's in here. I forgot to text him until I was going live. Hopefully he's in here. That is like one of my really good friends, super genuine, and he can slay some damn hair. Okay. So how long have I been on here? So that whole situation was just crazy with the whole Ari and Olivia. You know, hopefully they can move on and, you know, move the fuck on. Shit, go your way and I'm gonna go mine. It's as simple as that. Let me read some of these super chats real quick here. Got a lot coming through. Shit, where to start? Let's see here. Shamika sent $1.99 and a sticker. She says, hey you, Shamika. Thank you so much. Brittany sent 10. Brittany Williams, she says, hey T, just want to show my support. Appreciate you for what you do. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love and support, sis. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this name. It looks German, honey. I'm going to say your last name, Jamrock. And he sent some money in UK money. Says, oh, wow, caught alive. Hey, from Germany. Look at that. I knew it. I knew it was German. Hey. I just donated twice because I didn't know how the super chat worked. Thank you so much. I knew it was German. I didn't want to butcher it. You see that? See, TTB know it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Look, we got German people in here and everything, huh? Your girl is international. Shout out to all my international tea sippers. I know it's probably late where y'all are at, but y'all are here with me and I appreciate y'all. Let's see here. Grave Woman says, love you, T. You are speaking straight facts. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for coming through. Antoinette Channel, Cent 499 says, always bet on yourself. Amen. Amen. The only Chiba Stone Cent 999 says, hey, T, I got your message. And I do want the Discord. I'm putting in a new method of payment. Thank you personally for reaching out to me. Love you, girl. Now I'm going to go mod. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was emailing everybody yesterday because yesterday was the first. So sometimes TT got to play bill collector. You gonna pay your fine this month? Did you still want to be on the Discord? Let us know. Y'all know I'm the first. TT got on her bill collector hat. I was a bill collector for many years. Calling everybody who's late with their $5 payment. Time to pay. So I'm glad you got the email. Thank you so much, sis. And thank you to everybody who's just been supporting. The Discord has just been like family. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful you guys make it what it is. So shout out to my Discord fam, honey. Yes, TT put on that collection hat. Send out mass emails. You staying or you going? Let me know. So let's see here. Let me check something real quick, honey. I got so many screens going up. Okay, so I've been out here for 21 minutes. So we can get on to the whole Nikki situation. I know that's why half of y'all are here, okay? Y'all are here to see what the hell TT got to say about this whole mess with Kenneth Zupeti and Nicki Minaj. Agent Matt sent $50. Thank you, Agent Matt. Says, what it do? Is your favorite truck out here? Appreciating the eye candy as usual. You know what, Matt? Thank you, Matt. Matt be in here showing love, honey. He be driving that semi-truck. I be like, Lord, let Matt get there safely with his deliveries. Because he comes through every stream, be dropping money, you know what I'm saying, giving me compliments and shit. Thank you. Appreciate you. We all know him as our favorite trucker. They be in the comment section like, did that trucker send any money today? But no, thank you for real. I really appreciate the love and the support. It means a lot to me. So let's see here. Y'all are a mess. Y'all got me blushing. Tyson Hill says, facts, T. Kevin Hart did the same thing. And now he's being exposed. Exactly. Rosa J TV says, peace and blessings from Detroit. Love you, T. I love you too, sis. Thank you so much for the super chat. Triple A says, hey, T, I love your channel. I'm at work right now. Just sneaking and listening to you. LOL. I see you years from now with your own TV show. Keep it up, girl. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the love and support. Tom Tam Entertainment says, hey, T, I know this is random. You heard about the monoliths appearing and reappearing. Somebody else told me about that in Utah. I got to research it because I don't know much about that, but I am trying to research it to find out more. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Look, y'all laughing. Yes, Agent Matt do not be playing. He be driving that semi truck like, oh shit, T's live. Let me pull over. Okay, so this Nikki thing. Let me say this. I have been sent receipts for months. I knew that this was eventually going to come out. But unlike other people, I'm not messy and I don't revel in low vibrational shit or, happy about, somebody's situation. I just sit back and sip tea. So I'm going to bring y'all receipts that we have been collecting for a while. We knew this was eventually going to come out. So let me go ahead and show you guys this first and foremost with the whole Zupeti situation here. Let me pull up my other screen. I have a lot of stuff on my desktop. Okay, yep. So these are the two tweets here. There were two comments that were found in comment sections and they were screenshotted and sent to me. So I want to show them to you guys right now. Oh, no, wrong thing. Hold on. I have a lot going on, so just bear with me. Okay. So this was the first screenshot that let me know that something was about to go down. Now, remember, this was around when everything happened in Nigeria with the whole SARS situation at Leke Towe. And so Nicki Minaj says, standing with and praying for the brave young people of Nigeria who are on the front lines of this senseless violence. Your voice is being heard. Hashtag end SARS. So somebody replied back to Nicki, and they said, did you pray for the girl your nasty ass husband raped? You take your hush money too? And then somebody else came in and they said this, like I told you, we keep receipts. I don't post everything though. They said, I just want to let y'all know, I personally know the daughter of the girl, Nicki Minaj's nigga, Ard. I need to say Ard, back in the day. And Nicki Minaj did try to pay this woman off to keep her mouth closed because they about to reopen the case. If you're a fan after this, you're just as sick as her. Okay, so this was floating around. Okay, like I told you, I just don't come with BS over here. We bring receipts. So that was 2 months ago. This is another situation where we knew something was coming down the pipeline, but we just been sitting back, sipping tea, because that's what the tea sippers do over here. Okay, let me show y'all this. Give me just a second. This person says, this was on somebody else's live stream or something. And they said, this was 2 months ago. Y'all see that here. The victim is being harassed to this day, and all because this dude didn't register when he moved to Cali. His team is trying to get her to recant her story from way back then. This is 26 years later. She has to hide all over again. When this first happened, she had to leave NY because of the threats. Now it's happening again. That was from 2 months ago. Okay. So, like I said, we never posted it. Y'all didn't see that on my Instagram. Y'all didn't see me talking about it on YouTube. I was sent it. I just stored it away for my edification. So now, yesterday, a bunch of people started tagging me, saying that the victim made a video on YouTube basically calling out Zoo Petty, and also saying that, you know, Nicki had reached out to her, I believe, to try and pay her and things like that. And so a lot of people, a lot of, you know, Nicki's fans were going in on her. This was causing a bunch of mess on Twitter. Okay. So I'm just going to play you guys a snippet of what she was saying on YouTube. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a quick snippet of what she was saying. So just give me just a second here.
In 2018, December of 2018, or 19, I don't know, that he surfaced with Nicki, and it was a big thing where people started looking up his rap sheet and speaking about what he had did. Now, granted, I know he's supposed to register as a sex offender. I have nothing to do with that. That was the plea deal that he took. He chose not to register when he moved to California, and this is when all the trouble resurfaced. Nicki made a post on her page stating that we was in a relationship. He was 15, I was 16, and it was because of my mother, the reason why charges was pressed. That is a lie. I never lived with my mother. I wasn't raised with my mother. Even though my mother was a part of my life, she wasn't a part of my life in that way. That is false. We both, Kenny and I, were both 16 at the time. We were never in a relationship. And I spoke about that. I spoke to a blog, Candace at Tea Time, or Tea Time with Candace. I don't know, something.
All right, let me come back on the screen here. Give me just a second. So that video was going viral on Twitter yesterday. People were tagging me in it. People were sending it to me. So I knew about it yesterday. I didn't post it on none of my social media pages yesterday because I wanted to do more investigating. Because we know there's a victim out there, but we don't know if this is really the victim or if this is just some random woman, because we've seen it before where people will come out and act like they're the victim or act like they're the person involved in a case, and they literally have nothing to do with the situation, okay? That's what happened to the baby about a year ago when a girl came out, claimed she was the pregnant girl. He had a girl pregnant, but it wasn't this crazy drunk bitch, okay? So you have people who do that. Bitch was drinking all types of beer, trying to make her stomach look big. Who does that? Get a life, okay? So I didn't know if that was the case, and I don't run with anything without receipts. So we were sitting back, but as I was listening to a snippet of her audio, it reminded me of a snippet from Queen Radio. So I said, well, damn, this might have some validity. So let me play y'all this really quick. There was something that she said in that original audio that is very much in line with what happened on Queen Radio. I want to make sure I have on my little notes here. I have a bunch of stuff. Okay. Okay, give me just a second to play you guys. So listen to this really carefully.
After that phone call with Nikki, the only contact I had was from street goons. I think she has somebody in her camp called Kennth. He was contacting family members. There was a lot of numbers as far as money being offered, but it was never offered from Nikki, and it was never offered from Kenny personally. It was just people speaking on behalf of Kenny.
Okay, so let me remove this, and then let me pull up this clip. This is what had my tin hat tingling, because I'm like, Kennth, that name sounds familiar. So y'all go ahead and check this out, because that's a very unique name.
Kennth, no, Kennth, come here. Kennth, what? Let me tell you what happened. TT, I know. Kennth, listen, me and TT was arguing the other day. No, Zoo and was trying to argue. Me and TT talking about if you ask anybody on the block, they would have known that's my piece. Like that. Like I was his piece. Was not in a relationship with homeboy down the block. Or did you not
really like that?
Wow,
that shit wasn't really. No, listen, look. You had a situation, but it wasn't really respected.
Why you gotta fight
you
for?
Was mine. You
no, I was not. No, I was not. I was. You know what, Kennth? Why he always been so a little bit crazy? Why?
All right, so you heard Nikki talking to a man named Kennth, and here goes the entire crew right here. So that is her little goon crew. And that's the guy Kennth in the blue shirt. So these guys look tough. The one guy got his arms crossed. Look at them big old muscles. He's buff as hell. So y'all be scared too. Them are some big looking dudes. So it seems like that is the crew that this victim is talking about. But for me, I still needed more proof, that she could be the victim. Because like I said, that kind of made my tin hat tingle, but I still wanted more proof. And then today, I was on Twitter and I seen that another young woman, and I really like her. And let me explain how I first got to know Nosy Whole Life, because Nosy Whole Life, that's her channel. I don't fuck with too many bitches on YouTube, period. Because I've been through a lot of shit. I saw how fake a lot of these chicks were, how I just got thrown under the bus behind a bunch of lies and bitches was running with it. So y'all know I only fuck with the girls I've been rocking with for the past 2 years. They're my sisters. Sweet Mom for Life, Crystal Nicole, Linus Judah, Camille's Corner, Tracy with the T, okay? They make content. And those are really the only content girls I rock with, period. So Sweet Ma hit me up. This was a while ago. And she was like, you got to watch this, girl. And I was like, I don't do a whole lot of chicks on here. She was like, no, she's new. She kind of reminds me of you. She was like, she really liked her. And she was like streaming her video that she had made. And so Sweet Ma really appreciated that. So she had me go watch her. So I was like, okay, I'm digging her. I was like, I like her, so, and it was so funny because somebody had sent a super chat last week saying that she had shouted me out. And then she also sent a super chat, but I didn't see it until after the stream. So I thanked her for that. But she did an outstanding interview today. Everyone who is using her clips need to be shouting her out, period. Me shouting her out, the next person shouting her out, it don't take from your platform whatsoever to give somebody else props. That victim felt very comfortable to go talk to Nosy Ho live. And I listened to the whole stream because I was getting ready listening to it. And that is how you interview a victim. You let them speak. You don't sit there and judge them. Even if you felt like the person was full of shit, she handled it with class and grace. So kudos to you, sis. Thank you so much for that. Because that don't come in here trying to name names. I named the people I fuck with, period. So don't do all that messy stuff. What about this person? What about them? Don't get your ass blocked being messy. Anyways, I really like her. And she did a great job with that interview. The lady was crying. She was getting drugged. There were barbs in the comment section going at her, but she held her composure for the most part. But I think she did a great job with that. And we need more people like that who have discernment, who are caring, who are not just here, picking sides because it sounds good or because somebody is just whoever they are. So I really respected that, So no, I'm going to shout her out and I'm going to give her props because I see a lot of folks on Twitter taking bits and pieces from the interview, but nobody's tagging her. Why not? Now, I'm going to show some of her interview in this stream, but I'm definitely going to shout her out because she did the damn thing with that interview. What convinced me that she was really the victim was from Nosy Ho Live's interview. Had I not seen that interview, I would still be in the dark. Like, well, I don't know if I really want to go there because we technically don't know who this Jennifer woman is. Well, what happened is her cousin called in and tried to start cussing Jennifer out. So that proved everything right there, that she is who she says she is. And they believe that the cousin might have been paid off. So let me go ahead and play that really quick. Give me just a second here. Let me find, I have so many clips, hoodie. Okay, here it is. Mods, anybody being messy, boot their ass up out of here. Trying to have me shout out people on food with. Boy, bye. Okay, give me, hold on. Sorry. Okay, let me share this screen. Make sure this is playing.
Jennifer, let me tell you something, homegirl. My grandmother's spirit and your mother had the spirit. I know they're so upset with you right now. You're going too far. When I called you, you're right. I did call you and let you know what was going on. I had no idea you was going to use it as an excuse to go and try to get you a bag. You need to cut it out. You really need to before you get yourself hurt out here, homegirl. Like,
Bahu. Bahu, you're the only one spreading. You are the only one spreading the news about me getting hurt.
Okay, hold on for a second. Sunday. That you already told me. Jennifer, did you forget that you already told me that Kenny was your man and that you were upset that what happened to you?
How much did they pay you, Sharon? How much did they pay you, Sharon? How much did they pay you, Sharon? How much did they pay you? How much did they pay you? It must be nice going to New York Fashion Week, right? It must be nice going to all those things that you've been going to, that you've had privilege and access to. Correct? Correct?
New York Fashion Week for her hair like that?
Listen, look, okay, it just so happened that you're hanging out with all of these fucking people and you feel like you're special now. How about you go take care of your kids, Sharon? How about that? How about that? How about you go take care of your kids? Almost 40 fucking years old, and you have, listen, you can't tell my story. You can't tell my fucking story because you wasn't there. 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 You wasn't there.
Your 2-week-old baby.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. You wasn't there. Listen, how you bring it? Listen, first of all, let's stick to the subject at hand. Let's stick to the subject at hand. Let's stick to the subject at hand. We're talking about Kenneth Petty. We're not talking about Inwood Street. We're not talking about the house that I grew up in. We're talking about this nigga, the nigga that you've been running with, the nigga whose ass you've been so all up his ass. Wasn't you living with his baby mother Chanel? Wasn't you posting pictures on fucking social media? Fuck this nigga when you thought you was gonna fucking get paid? Get the fuck out of here. You are irrelevant. You are irrelevant. And if I fucking see you on the street, you can mark my words. I'ma whoop your motherfucking ass. How about that?
Okay, Sunday Grayson. Sunday.
Okay, so let me come back on the screen. Give me just a second here. So that was the cousin calling in to basically say that Jennifer, who is the victim, is lying. She's doing this for attention. So that let me know right there when she came out with all that bullshit that she is now confirming that the girl from YouTube who made that video is indeed the victim. So really it backfired in the cousin's face. This is the real victim. And Nosy Whole Live got that damn exclusive, okay? So kudos to you, bitch, okay? So this whole situation is crazy, but it gets even crazier. Shout out to Derek. He says, T, you are amazing and inspiring. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Derek. Thank you for the super chat, love. Thuggish Unicorn 88. Lord. Some of y'all's names be cracking me up. I would not think of thug and unicorn in one sentence, but I'm not mad at it, okay? She says, that's crazy. You can't even trust family. Sold her own cousin for that bag. Facts. Oh, look at that. Nosy Whole Line. She done dropped the $19.99 super chat. Hey, sis. She says, thanks, Lovelyti. Thanks, sweet ma. You are more than welcome. And keep doing your thing, sis. Like I said, I'm loving your energy. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love over here. So if my girls and my little clique fuck with you, I fuck with you, period. Okay? Them is the only chicks I rock with on YouTube. So if they rock with you, I rock with you. So keep doing your thing. Yeah, her name was Thuggish Unicorn. I'm here with it. Okay, so now we got over 12,000 people watching. I'm gonna need y'all to like the video. If I'm entertaining y'all, if I'm bringing y'all that tea, hit the like button. It's free, okay? Thank you. Don't be here sipping with an angry face. Hit the like. Oh, let's see here. Individual thoughts. I just love how you spell your username. She says, you and Nosy, thanks for putting me on to her. You are more than welcome. And thank you for the super chat, sis. Appreciate you. Queen Bee says, your podcast is my #1 podcast according to Spotify. Love you, T. Yay! You know what? There's been a lot of people sending me that. I guess, their Spotify does it at the end of the year. So I've been getting tagged in that. People have been posting on the Discord. So thank you, guys. We have gotten over 1 million listens on the podcast. It's steadily growing every day. So I'm just very, very grateful. I have new interviews set up, new topics set up. So more podcasts are definitely coming in the month of December. So just stay tuned. But thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you guys. So let me see here. Okay. Okay, now we got to talk about this. Before I'm going to come back to the victim. But let me talk about this, right? A lot of people are saying that the cousin was paid off. That's why the cousin was going in. Now, if y'all don't know this, 3 days ago, Kenneth Petty's friend, I'm going to just call him CEO because his name is so damn long on Instagram. He came out and started blasting Kenny. This was 3 days before the victim made her video. So this was making its rounds around Twitter and, Instagram. Once again, I didn't post it. I just sipped tea. You know what I'm saying? But now it's making sense. The reason why I'm bringing up the friend CEO is because today I went to go check his Instagram page and it was what? Gone. Disappeared. And Gossip in the City was following that page. So let me go ahead and play you guys this video that I put together. And I'm going to read to you guys what the friend said. So give me just a second here. I got so many little clips here. Okay, here it is. Let me pull this up. So I do believe that possibly the cousin could have been paid off by somebody. Because it's very funny. His friend was going off 3 days ago, and now his Instagram page is gone. Okay, his name is Kid Vicious. Okay, it's like Kid Vicious, something, something CEO, honey. So let me show y'all my screen here. Give me just a second. Okay, so this is the Kid Vicious dude. So this is what he wrote. He says, Zoo, I'ma violate you every trip. You not tough. 100 bands. We put the gloves on. At Nicki Minaj, I will fly to Cali tomorrow. What's up? Then he says, doing too much gang, celebrity boxing, I'ma knock you out. For those that could not win against you, the only strength you had was me. Now kiss the ring, bitch. I'm a king, bitch. I lost my mom's. I ain't lenient. Then he goes on to say this. It's a difference between clout chasing, and I hate, see, I'm past that. I want revenge. I want him to suffer. Zoo, God was caught upon you. Hashtag Kid Vicious. This whole situation. Let me go on to the next thing. Okay, then he posted this. Why would I hate? First thing out my mouth was my boy asked about you. Clout for what? I wanted you to win because I thought if my best friend win, I win. Nah, that ain't the case. You was a snake the whole time. I'm mad I ain't fuck with Nicki because if she had a nigga like me, guess what? She'd be worth 100 mil with my business mind, who had 5 companies I built from the bottom, which made me heavy. I come to Cali tomorrow to show I will face you man to man. Let's put on the gloves on Nicki's live, tough guy. I will pull up 100,000 bands. I knock you the fuck out. On Annalie, hashtag Annalie, sign up for the knockout, bitch. A lot of this stuff is hard to read because a lot of these dudes just, they write like they can't speak English, hoodie. Then he goes on to say, I'm getting blackballed because this pussy rapist, Zoo, Kenneth Petty, yeah, he used to be my best friend until I found out he raped a woman. I live by these rules. I don't fuck with rapos and rats. Yeah, he was my best friend. Then I found out the real. So when people say, take care of my kids, I do. Do he? No, deadbeat, dead ass nigga. All around very selfish individual. The same person he married, he used to abuse, and sad I watched him slap Nicki under a car. I helped her, and then so this what got me to make Zoo Petty feel every bit of humiliation. Then he goes on to write a whole book, hoodie. It's hard to read, so please bear with me. I don't feel like reading all this, but oh God, where we leave off at? Okay, because he's not fighting the war like a man. All I want is for my fake best friend to fight me like a man, one-on-one. He's an embarrassment to the bricks. He's not from the buildings. Let's get that straight. Niggas allowed him in the buildings when he was younger. Then he moved in with me. T and TY, his same man betrayed me after I took care of him in jail. When he came home, I was always loyal to him, and he changed that saying I went to at TMZ. Why, when your record public information? That's why you need to have had social media. You always had something to hide. I don't understand how you are Jennifer. Ooh, he said the name. How you are Jennifer, you coward. People don't know I was always your backbone. When I left to go to Houston, you fell flat on your face. Pussy, eat a dick. I don't hate Nicki. I love her. I just hate the fact that she effed up her career for a no good nigga with no means of getting money. I bet you can't start a successful company, but with me, I didn't have my own money. 7 figures, bitch. So get your life together without Nicki. You be on a t-shirt, God, know that. But by your time coming, hashtag Kids Vicious. Corey died February 17th. Niggas really don't know me. On hashtag Anna Lee. I will die on my sword before I lie on the Lord. Zoo is a coward. Honey, this ghetto Hood reading. Oh, Lord. All right, so that is what he wrote. And then I went to go see where he was at today. That damn Instagram page, y'all see that's his name up here at the very top. Gone. Page unavailable. I'll come back on my damn screen. Whew. Feel like a damn bootleg mother goose. Okay? So that was his friend blasting him 3 days ago. A lot of folks were talking about that on social media. But now his page is gone. So people are thinking, like, was he paid? You know, because all of a sudden you want to fight him. You was ready to fly to Cali, and now the page is gone. But even in that post, he confirmed that the victim's name was Jennifer and that she was Ard. So this whole situation is crazy, okay? Let me read some super chats here. Mr. 408 says, damn T, you caught me out earlier. I hurried up and hit the like button. Love you from the Bay. Thank you so much. And thank you for hitting like. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, love. Kimmy 1984 says, I'm glad I wasn't the only one having trouble reading what he said. It was definitely a struggle. Like I said, I mean, I understand hood talk, but hood reading, you know what? Because when hood dudes type, they type how they talk. So it gets, it gets hard, but I think I did pretty good, okay? People talking about, what kind of English is this? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to, find him on his new Instagram page and ask him, honey. That damn reading took a lot out of me. Now let me go ahead. Give me just a second here. Oh, okay, here it is. Let me go to my other page. Kevin Hart, this is. I'm just trying to make sure I read all of my super chats that just came in. Pasty Plantain says, I'm nervous. My first super chat. Love the hair. Thank you so much and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Amber Johnson sent 1999. She says, I caught the live, not feeling well today, but this is good tea for the spirit. I love your top. It gives me Prince and boss vibes like that. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Let's see here. CEO with Flow says, Lord, that was a good reading. Sending love from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hey, Midwest in the house. She says, I always send you Wisconsin tea on Instagram, but you never get it. I know you be busy. Love you. Love you too. And thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shaka LaBelle Show. I like that name. Says, I love that you're talking about this and speaking the truth. Shout out to the mermaids and the aliens. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. $3 wig from Walgreens. What's up, sis? She says, Nikki really knows how to pick them. Honey. Curly and Unconventional says, T, you should make a shirt that reads bootleg Mother Goose. I would buy it. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ruth Ann. She sent the 1999 sticker. Says number 1. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Ashley Renee sent 5 says, I don't mean to be a classist, but I heard it's hard to take people seriously when I read their stuff. There's no type of punctuations to be seen. Yeah, but like I said, it doesn't negate the truth. While it is hard to read, there was a lot of truth in what he was saying. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Royal Snow sent $9.99 says, I love your makeup and your channel. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming through, love. Just Me says, hey, T, you're my favorite YouTuber. I've been a fan for years. Keep being a real one. Salute you, queen. Bam! Salute you too. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see here. Royal Snow said, this is just my opinion. I don't think she's telling the full truth. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for your opinion as well. We are all entitled to one, so I appreciate that. Danny Rose says, your tea is always piping hot. Okay, so let's see. I got one more I'm going to read. Honeybee Sim 499 says, I've been listening to you for more than 6 years when I used to live back in Zimbabwe and then South Africa and now in England. Thank you for the content. Thank you so much for being a tea sipper and support me throughout the years. You know what I'm saying? It's the fans. It's the people who've been here, who held me down, 10 toes down, who saw through the nonsense, who didn't let it faze them. I'm so glad that you've been here through all that and had my back. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. So now I want to go ahead and play you guys a bit more audio from Nosey's interview here. Oh, the lady was like spilling her side. Like I said, and let me make this clear. This live is not being done to bash Nikki. Okay, Nikki wasn't around. She had nothing to do with what the hell I don't know, this is her husband. They say that she got married or her fiance. I don't know. She had nothing to do with that. The problem that the girl is having is that Nikki tried to switch the narrative. And people are mad at this girl, the victim. But the thing is, Kenny brought this on himself. They really could have just moved on from the situation. Had Nikki not said anything and just no comment, this is my man, this is who I choose to love, I think that'd have been better than her trying to say that, oh, they were grown, that was his girlfriend. I think that was a dagger to the victim. I think Nikki just shouldn't have said anything, but I understand she's trying to protect her man and who she's in love with. He put himself in this situation, one, by committing a crime and R-ing that girl, and then 20-something years later by not registering when he moved to Cali. That was a part of his plea agreement. We're going to let you off with this said amount of time, but you must register for the rest of your life, not just while you're living in New York, not just while you're broken down and out, even when you get with a celebrity girlfriend and move to LA, you are still a registered sex offender. Okay, nobody's beyond reproach. So that's what caused this whole situation. Once he didn't register, they had to go back to court and, pull up paperwork and everything else. So this victim, she's been taken out of her situation. She was minding her business. He served his time. We can't get mad. He served his time. Once you serve your time, you serve your time. I don't care if it's a rapist, a murderer. Once you've done your time, you've done your time. So there was nothing else for anybody to do to him, or there's nothing else for her to do, or, whatever. She could feel whatever way she wants to feel, and that's her right. But there was nothing else she could do as far as any recourse. He messed up by not registering. So the fact that she's getting so much hate to me is just crazy. But let me go ahead and play you guys some more of her talking here. Give me just a second. Make sure I have the right videos. Okay. Let me pull up my screen. Give me just a second here. So this is one of the videos where she's speaking on the situation.
Because I have family, and whether or not they care about me, I'm a big sister to 6 brothers. I have kids, I have nieces, I have nephews, I have people that do care about me. She may not, Sharon. She may not, and that's okay. That's okay. She's in a dark place right now. She's been all over the place, and that's cool. But this is not about clout. This is about me having to root my life. I've had to move like I've moved 3 times in the last couple months. I've had my daughter being approached in clubs about, oh, you know who Zoo is. And how is she supposed to know? She wasn't even born when that happened.
Right.
I have since left from where my adult kids live. I'm not even anywhere near them right now out of fear of something happening. Like, I can't tell my kids, hey, you guys stop living. Don't post on social media because somebody might find out who you are. I don't feel like their life should be affected because of him not doing what he was supposed to do. Right. All he had to do was register. Your wife could have got the lawyers for you afterwards, to get it taken out of court. Because his lawyers have contacted me, and his lawyers, what they want to do is they want to go to court and try to get this sex offender thrown out. And I told his lawyer, I said, listen, you went to school for that, not me. So if you feel like you have, a legitimate case to get this sex offender thrown out, knock yourself out, but don't use me. Don't call me to testify, because if you do, I'm going to tell the truth. At 16, I was being harassed and threatened to drop the charges. And now I'm being harassed and threatened to recant my story. And all because I won't. That's why all of this is blown up.
Wow. You were telling me about that and about the people that contacted you on everything, the fact finder. and all of that.
Yeah, I sent you that because I asked him. I was like, whose side are you on? Are you on, the person who connected you to me? Are you on Kenneth's side? Are you on Nikki's side? He said, I'm not on nobody's side, but I do work for Kenneth's legal team and I'm a fact finder. And in one of the
Okay, so that was her talking about the lawyer situation. Let me come back on the screen here really quick. Give me just a second here. So this is crazy. This woman, she has nothing to gain from this. She doesn't even have a social media presence. She's just trying to live her life because he made a mistake by not registering. This is why all of this has come back to light. This is why people are contacting her and threatening her and trying to get her to change her story from what happened 20-something years ago, which is ridiculous. So now, just people going in on this woman. It's really sad. And this is why a lot of people do not want to tell their stories. This is why a lot of people don't even want to file charges once they've been AR'd and sexually assaulted, because the woman is always looked at as, well, what did you do? What did you do? So the whole situation is just really sad. Let me play you guys one more video. It was a long stream, probably like 3 hours. I just took a few clips that I thought were real important, but definitely you guys make sure to go watch the full interview. But let me play you guys this last clip where she describes what happened to her. It's not no joke. It's not, while for some people they might look at this like it's tea and, something to sip on. This is another human being's real life that's just being affected. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for her name to be put out there. She didn't ask to be famous. He put himself out there. He went after a high profile chick, so it's not this victim's fault. So y'all go ahead and watch this here.
right. So as he's,
I'm so sorry.
As he's squeezing me, I had to let go of my pants, so to get his hands off of me. And look, it was rough going through what I went through with him. And it was hell. Like, I tried to light the toilet paper on fire. He had a roll of toilet paper and he was standing in front of the mirror and he was beating his chest, talking about, I'm the man. Like, he was so proud.
Oh my God.
And so he stood there and he's lighting a cigarette, but he had matches. So I take the matches and I'm like, well, let me light it or whatever have you. And I threw the match like towards the roll of toilet paper, thinking it would catch on fire, but it didn't. And there was like this big bottle of something that you clean contact lenses with. It was like a big bottle, like on the edge of the dresser. And so I picked it up and I like threw it like with all my might at his head. And when I hit him, he kind of ducked a little bit, and then that's when I pushed him and he fell in between the beds. It was like beds on the floor and he fell in between it. And I ran down the steps and that nigga stood at the top of the steps and he was like, nobody's going to believe you. Where you going? He didn't chase after me. He didn't run after me. He just wouldn't let me leave at first. But once I got down the steps, he just stood on the steps and was like, he made it known that nobody was going to believe me. And then, like, when I went to the school, it was my cousin, Charles, on my father's side. She went to the school, too, and she seen me in the hallway, and I told her what happened, and she got the security guards there. In school, they had, like, some guards, they had some police or whatever, and the police picked me up from the school. And they took me to his house. And when he came out, like, he didn't deny anything. He didn't tell the police, oh, that's my girlfriend. We got in a fight. She just mad. None of that came up. So if that's the case, if I was his girlfriend or we were fucking before, even if we had sex, but why wouldn't he say that?
Let me come back on the screen. Just to listen to her and to hear her breakdown was very triggering. It was triggering for me and many women who have been through abuse, molestation, rapes, things like that, and so to have people not only constantly question your story because of the person's status now, because if this was just regular people, if Kenny was still a regular guy in Queens or wherever he's from and not attached to Nikki, nobody would question her as bad. But because he's attached to Nicki, she's getting the shit under the stick, and she does not deserve that. You know, this entire situation is really sad. And in a way, it's just like, man, it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking to hear that. And the reason why she made the video is because she's scared for her life. She's been threatened over and over again. So when she made that video 48 hours ago, basically stating this is what's going on, this is what happened, I am the victim, she's doing that to start a paper trail. In the event something happens to me, I'm just going to put it all out there. Why does she not deserve to tell her story? Especially when everything is in the paperwork. He's been convicted. She's not coming at him now with new allegations. This is all old stuff. And she's still haunted and tormented by this. Angelique sent $9.99. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats. She said it's crazy because her fans try to tell her to leave dude alone and she called them bitter Black women. I ain't forgot. Yeah. I remember there was a big fraction. Who remembers when we had posted this? This was maybe like 6 months ago. There was a huge fraction in the Barbs because you had a section of Barbs who supported, you know, their relationship and said, oh, well, she's the queen. I don't care who she's with. And then you had another half of the Barbs who were like, yes, she is the queen. We love her music, but no, I cannot support him. It caused a huge divide in their fan base, you know. So the whole situation is sad because, you know, we all like Nicki. You know, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all always think like, I don't like this woman. I enjoy her music. Y'all see me rapping her music. I played her music when I had my little DJ party and everything else. Knew the words word for word. We're never going to take away from her talent, the things that she's done for hip hop, for females in the industry and things like that. She paved the way for the Cardi B's, for the Meg Thee Stallions. Nobody can ever deny Nicki her accolades, Grammy or not. Nicki is that chick. But this situation is very fucking disturbing. It just is. And I'm sad that him and this whole shit is tied to her and her brand. But that lady did not one time knock Nicki. Said her issue was the fact that Nicki regurgitated, told this lie on the situation, and it had her fans attacking her. She also stated that, you know, the fact that they're trying to get her to come out to LA and give her money. And she said, I'm not selling my soul for $20,000. I have babies. I have daughters. I'm raising my children. If I sit there and take 20,000, what am I telling my daughters? That if somebody violates you, it's okay as long as you're paid off? This is somebody who's standing in her integrity, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. So this whole situation is just horrible. The whole thing is just sad. Gina Love sent $4.99. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it. ALS sent 5 says, hey, T, love your videos and your energy. Pay no mind to loudmouth, two-faced woodpeckers. Keep doing you. The ancestors got your back. Love you. Love you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Miss Nabri 28 says, hey, T, this is a huge trigger for me. I'm a veteran and a survivor of military sexual assault. Wow. And I wasn't believed either. For years, I thought it was my fault. It's never the victim's fault. You know what's so crazy, sis? And this is what I love about my stream, that we can just segue into different things. One night, randomly, I was up watching Amazon Prime. I'm like, I pay for this shit. Might as well start watching some of this stuff, right? And I ran across a video on Amazon Prime, and it was about R and sexual assault in the military. And when I tell you, I was blown away. I never knew it was such a huge problem. By the time I got done watching that documentary, I was in fucking tears. No lie. I was in tears. They even had men in the documentary talking about how they were sodomized because men in the military, whatever branch of the military they were in, thought they were weak or they weren't tough. So it goes on everywhere. So thank you for telling your story. It goes on everywhere, and it's not a joke. It's not funny. It's very triggering. You know, and it's like this dirty little secret. And another thing, can we talk about this? she mentioned a few things in that interview that a lot of times we don't like to talk about. She's a biracial woman. Her mom's white, from the hood. We all know the white women in the, who were raised in the hood, love black men, have mixed kids. That was her mom. So she's a biracial girl in the hood. Her mom's on crack, wilding out. So she kind of went from place to place. She lived with, different grandmothers and foster care, things like that. And one of the things that she said is that she was also molested by uncles. She's been assaulted so much that it just, after a while, it almost seems normal. You don't know how to deal with it. Even the uncle who touched her would still be trying to take pictures with her and act like it was no big deal. It brought me back to what this woman told me one time. She thanked me. She said, "Thank you for always taking up for light-skinned women, just like you do dark-skinned women." And I didn't understand where she was coming from. She said, because I see so many people who try to dismiss things that lighter skinned women go through. And she told me flat out, I was the so-called cute little light skinned girl in the family. And while all my cousins who were darker, treated me like, you think you're all that, you think you're better, I was being touched and molested. And so many times, this is what I'm saying, people don't like to talk about this. So many times, that so-called girl who, she thinks she's all that, she thinks she's cute, she's having to fight men off of her. And I believe that is what that victim, Jennifer, was also going through. Because Zoo Petty wasn't the only one who touched her. It was also going on in her family. And that happens a lot. So that's why I say we got to stop the divisiveness and stop assuming that somebody has it so much better simply because of how they look. Because that's not always the case. Because we can take it back to slavery. Yes, she might have been in the house and was wearing, fine clothes and eating well. But guess who was getting ard every night by master? She may not have been doing back-breaking labor in the field, but guess who was getting ganged by several masters at one time, and there was no recourse. So we need to stop thinking that certain people have it better simply based off of their looks or their money or their status. I see a lot of tears. This is very touchy. It's very touchy. I don't take this as a joke. I don't take this as simply tea. This is a woman who's hurting and who's looking for protection. So even if you don't want to believe her, even if you think she's a liar, just leave her alone. Don't comment anything negative. Because again, like I keep telling y'all, words have power and words carry energy. Who wants to come online and you're just constantly being berated and told you're a liar and told that you're some white girl who was just trying to trap and bring down the black man? What kind of shit is that? We have to do better. And this is why so many victims stay in their victimhood, stay depressed, and sometimes off themselves because they have nowhere else to turn. So, like I said, this entire situation is just heartbreaking. And we need to have real conversations about that. And we need to support each other and stop the divisiveness. Whew. Man, oh man. Complex Ken sent $4.99. He says, "Love you, T, over here doing her. Love you, T. You over here doing the Mariah Carey breakdown today." Thank you so much. Thank you for this super chat. Let's see here. Got a lot of comments. I'm trying to see because I've seen some of these ones already. Miss Queenly Minded says, "Thank you, Lovelyti. You all speak such truth." Thank you so much, sis, and thank you for joining me today. Miss Marmar sent $9.99, sent a super sticker. Thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Yeah, this whole topic is very sad. Sasha sent a thank you $9.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, Sasha S. I appreciate you guys. Tiff Pink says, thank you, T, for speaking up for us. I've been ard and assaulted as well, and I'm light-skinned, and I know how it feels to be attacked, and they don't care till it's them. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. And that's one of the things that I when I heard her say that, it reminded me of that message I got from that person who was saying what she went through. When people were asking, well, what did you do? Oh, you think you cute, you think you all that. As if thinking you're cute and thinking you're all that makes you deserving of being assaulted. It doesn't. You know, so yeah, this whole situation is just really sad. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's definitely mainstream news now. A lot of the blogs are also posting this story. So it's no longer a secret. It's no longer a secret whatsoever. Let me show you here. So yeah, I've seen it on Rhymes with Snitch. Media Takeout is also reporting it. So, you know, I don't know what's going to come of this situation, but something is going to have to come of it. I don't know what, you know, Nikki plans on doing. You know, she just had her child. You know, this is really, you know, just looks bad. But again, there's nobody to blame but Kenneth. He's the person who victimized Jennifer, and he's also the one who refused to register. Had he just done what he's supposed to do, which is register, they wouldn't be in this mess. And I believe he didn't register because maybe he didn't want that to fall back on her brand. Because once again, trying to protect his bag, trying to protect her brand, but now it's backfired. Truth I Know sent 5. You're the truth filled with wisdom. Thank you so much, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Kahara Major says, people don't understand that once you've been ard/molested, everything around you is a trigger because every minute plays over and over. I definitely agree. Thank you so much, sis. Miss Melanated sent $4.99. Thank you, Miss Melanated. Appreciate you. Beauty and the Brit says, that's why I rock with you, T. You a real one. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for coming through. Ravon Hutchinson says, I love you, T. Like the live, please, for the push through the algorithms. Yes, please like the live, you guys. Please like it so people can, you know what I'm saying, come in. We have over 14,000 people in here. Just so people can be aware of what's going on with the situation. Scrap Paper says, we cannot put out the message that light-skinned women are more likely to be assaulted because they are cuter. That's really not the case. Well, you're an idiot because that's not what I said, okay? Nobody said that. Dark-skinned women get assaulted too. So thank you for the super chat, but you need to go back and rewatch what I said. I didn't say that light-skinned women are more apt to get raped because they're cuter, okay? I said that sometimes people like to dismiss it more. Or they assume that, you know, because they look a certain way, they couldn't have gone through anything. Comprehension, okay? Don't come in here twisting my words. Anyways, Alicia Queen says, I'm a licensed therapist, and you can just hear the pain in her voice. It's heartbreaking. It definitely is. It definitely is. You know, so the whole situation, like I said, is just, it's really sad. The whole situation is sad. And again, regardless of what a woman looks like, regardless of their skin tone, their complexion, a lot of women go through this and they need to be supported. Let's not be dismissive of somebody's claim, regardless of how they look, regardless if they're a bad, fine ass chocolate sister or a bad yellow bone. It does not matter. Assault is assault, and that is something that you live with the rest of your life. Period. Let's see here. Lola sent 5. Thank you so much, Lola. I appreciate you, sis. PM sent 35 in ZAR money. You must be from South Africa because somebody was here from South Africa last stream with ZAR money. Says, I think Nikki is a victim herself. Wasn't her brother also accused of R-ing? She needs a cleansing. I'm a survivor myself. A lot of people have alluded to that. I don't know. And it's not for me to put out there. But, you know, it is very disturbing that she has 2 men that are very close to her who have been, you know what I'm saying, arrested. And her brother is sitting in prison right now for him R-ing his own stepdaughter, raped and molested her for years, until her brother, got enough courage to finally tell. So it's really disturbing. It's really disturbing. Let's see here. Tonisha sent $4.99. She says, I was brown skin. Well, I was a brown skin, long haired child, and my mom's boyfriend did that. He started by always rubbing my hair like a creep. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. I'm sorry to hear that. I pray for healing. Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of people can go through that. And again, because you had long hair, people would assume maybe you've never gone through anything. You got that, what they call it, quote unquote, good hair. And that's all I'm trying to say. Do not look at anybody, any situation, any feature. You know what I mean? You know how many people will look at a woman who has big tits or a fat ass, and they can assume that they can't be hard, or you must want it because of how you're dressed or because of how you're shaped. It's the same thing. Let's not make assumptions. So thank you so much for that super chat, sis. Let's see here. Miss Scorpio sent 1499 says, thank you, T, for speaking up for everyone. You are the only YouTuber I feel that is inclusive to everyone. You are more than welcome, sis, and thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, we got to. We got to be. I have a platform. I talk to people of all races, colors, creeds, ethnicities. Who was in the Discord? Put a teacup if you were in my meeting. We had a Zoom meeting. Was it Sunday? Either Sunday or Saturday. And a Native American woman called in, Misty. And she called in and told her story about life on the reservation, about just everything her people went through, what they're dealing with right now with C-19. When I tell you, I don't think there was a dry eye in the building. Put a teacup if you were in that Zoom meeting. We were in tears, not just from her story. We also had Black women who called in and was talking about how they were abused and beat on, how they had battles with alcoholism and drugs. Oh, we went so deep in that Zoom meeting. Hell, I was crying. You know what I'm saying? About just some of the abuse I face online. So yeah, it's real. It's real. We all go through things. Nobody's life is perfect. Black, white, Asian, light, dark, it doesn't matter. We all go through things and we all have a story to tell. And I've been blessed with a platform, and I'm happy that I have a place where I can, let people tell their story and they feel comfortable enough. A random Native woman who lives in, I think Wyoming or something, who watches me and felt compelled to call in and tell her story. That's amazing to me. So I'm always going to be inclusive. I don't care who don't like it. I'm Black first. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get that twisted. But yeah, it's crazy. Let's see here. Sexy Kitten said, how was Nikki involved? Okay, you might want to go ahead and rewatch the live. Nobody said Nikki was involved. Y'all just be coming in here typing anything, honey. Miss Melanated says, the pain never goes away. I was molested in art and treated like a criminal. And it has been over 40 years and it still hurts. Wow. Thank you so much for that, sis. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, these are real women in here telling their stories. Stacey Ann Robinson says, love from London, T. I believe her. She has had to live with this soul-destroying situation for most of her life, and people should let her be. I agree. Thank you so much. Asia Caroline says, my little sister was touched by our grandfather, our dad's dad, when he came to visit. My dad did not believe her and called her a liar and cussed her out. She's only 11. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, and a lot of parents, we have to take personal responsibility as well. I'm not saying that kids don't have active imaginations, and I'm not saying that kids don't lie. But when it comes to things like that, when it comes to sexual assault, most children are not going to lie about that. That's such a fucked up feeling. That's such a messed up place to be in. Who wants to admit that to a parent? That's the hardest thing for a child to come out and talk about to an adult. One, because it's a sexual situation. Two, because usually the perpetrator is somebody that the family knows. So the fact that they're trying to come to you and they're in pain, it's so horrible when parents just dismiss it because they don't want to deal with the situation at hand. That's horrible. Alana Brown says, people had to admit that this stems from slavery. I've been watching you since I was 16. I'm 21 now. Thank you and keep it up. Thank you so much, sis. And thank you for being an OGT sipper. I appreciate you. Miss Tonisha G says, I was sexually abused at 12. I'm a woman of color and I'm Canadian. I was dismissed because of my brain damage and learning disability. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for sharing your story. Yeah, it's really sad. A lot of people have been through a lot of stuff and a lot of things, and we have to be able to, allow people to tell their story. Tom Set 999 says, no matter what the shade, the gender, or sexual orientation, sexual assault is a serious issue. The Black community, let's stop the division. Amen. I agree with that 100%. 100%. Shay H says, I was sexually assaulted when I was in junior high. This really hits home and I'm literally crying right now. Nikki is sick to even stay with him. Thank you so much, Shay. Thank you for the super chat. And I'm very sorry to hear about what happened to you in junior high. Yeah, the whole situation is it's very hard. It's very triggering for a lot of people. I mean, just looking through the comment section, just look at the super chats with people telling their story, even the comment section of people just telling their story. This is real, you guys. And it happens more often than not. And a lot of times when you're the victim of this, you blame yourself so much. You beat yourself up. You think to yourself, what could I have done differently? What could I have not worn? Maybe I put on too much makeup. Maybe I shouldn't have went with them. You blame yourself more than anybody else can ever blame you as a victim of a situation like that. Miss Parker. I like that name. She says, this really hits home for me. I was assaulted by 2 family members. It took me 25 years to love myself. I hated myself for years and I'm learning to love me. Amen, sis. And I'm glad that you're learning to love yourself. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And like I was just saying, as victims, we beat ourselves up more than anybody could ever beat ourselves up. And it takes a long time to finally recognize that, you know what? Everything that happened to you was not your fault. And that you are worthy of love. And you are worthy of not only loving yourself, but allowing somebody else to love you. Because a lot of times it's hard for us to be in relationships. Different things are triggering to people. So yeah, it's man. This stream could be 3 hours. It really could, because it's so many things that people have been through that's so relatable that everybody's saying and talking to each other. Alana Brown, Sam 499, she says people had to admit that this, I'm sorry, I already read yours. Sorry about that. Gaming with Day, Sam 999 says, I was touched by my cousin and her best friend when I was younger. When I told my cousin, she said that I liked it. And the person I told even started sexually assaulting me as well. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. And I'm sorry that you weren't supported in the manner that you should have been supported by your cousin and the rest of your family. Man, oh man. Growing Pains, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Horror House of Green says, most kids don't even know what mean is. It's let alone to lie about it, especially super young kids. They tell you something happened, believe them. I definitely agree with that. So you guys, we had over 14,000 people in here watching. I want to thank everyone. I've been on here for, I believe, an hour and a half. Yeah, almost an hour and a half. I don't want to make this stream too long because people want to watch the playback. So I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. I want to thank everybody who came through to support and, who shared their stories. I just hope that you guys all find healing. Again, regardless if you believe this victim, if you believe her to be a victim and you don't believe her to be a victim, just leave her alone. That's all she's asking for. Don't go to her video trolling her. Don't go there, you know, leaving unicorn emojis and going in on her. And it's not all the Barbs, trust me. Because I've had a lot of Barbs send me messages, leave comments and say that I'm a Barb, I'm a cold hard Barb, but I follow you and I'm a big fan of Nikki, but I don't agree with this situation. I believe the victim. You know, so I don't want to put it out there that these are all Barbs attacking her. It's just a few. You have a few rogue stands that just do the most. And the same in Barty Gang. You have a few Barty Gang members that just do the damn most. You know what I mean? But I just ask that people leave this woman alone. She's already dealing with enough. So I just hope that she gets healing, and everybody who's been hurt and who's gone through things like that, I hope that eventually we all find the healing that we all need. So thank you guys so much. Let me see here. Oh, we got a few more people. Okay, we got one more. I'm gonna read this last one. Caramel Sweet says, I was sexually assaulted by a photographer when I was 19. I blamed myself because I thought since I was a legal age, I should have known better. And I was trying to model at the time. Wow. Thank you so much for your story. And no, it was not your fault, you know, and the sad part is he was in a position of power and he knew that. And a lot of times, that's why I always tell, you know, young girls when they want to get into like modeling and acting in the industry, be very, very careful, because some of these people get into these positions to be able to do things like that to young women. And they know because they might be a well-known photographer, videographer, director, and you're 19 or you're 21 and you're saying that this person did something to me on set, they know you're not going to be as likely to be believed because they have status in the community, you know? So it's really sad. That's kind of what happened with the whole Harvey Weinstein situation. You know, look how many women he's been accused of, you know, assaulting and just doing all types of depraved stuff to. And he got away with it because of his status, you know? So you guys, I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming through and supporting me. You know, check out the full interview on Nosy Hole Live's live stream. She did a great job, you know, interviewing her and just really being respectful to the victim. And that's how it should be. That is how an interview is done. So you guys, thank you once again. I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a good day. Bye.